November 2nd, 2022 was the day that I opened my print-on-demand Etsy shop, and ever since then, I've kept running into problems. See, the goal of this challenge is to reach $100,000 by the end of this year, but the problem is that with the current rate that we're growing, we're not on track at all. Now, after a quite successful Christmas season, we're still trying to build momentum into the new year. That's why today I'm going over everything that I've done so far that's generated over $7,000 in sales, and then everything that I'm going to do moving forward, including purchasing graphics and fonts that have high conversions, and picking niches to sell in, which is probably the most common question that I've been asked. But before I can get into all of that, we have to look at where it all started. See, right after I opened my Etsy shop, I was almost immediately suspended from a technical error because they couldn't verify all of my tax information. So be sure to enter this stuff correctly. Etsy released my account about a week later, and I continued to post custom products for sale. I wasn't even picking a niche at this point. All I was doing is listing custom products. Now, everyone still seems confused about this, so here's how it works. I just literally write the word custom on a blank product and post that directly to Etsy. I don't have to upload anything to Printify. Then when someone places an order, they will tell me exactly what text they want printed on the product, and then I'll create their design in a program called Figma, and in the Printify Other Orders tab is where all of your custom orders are going to show up. From there, you can choose their order, select the product, and upload the design, and it'll get printed and shipped directly to the customer. Okay, super easy stuff. And instead of paying for any ads, my strategy is to post as many variations of the custom products as possible to try and rank in search results. So even though there are literally hundreds of thousands of custom items available for sale on Etsy, I've still managed to generate over $6,000 just from custom products. And I did so without paying for a single ad or any kind of marketing. Now, as you can see, Christmas time was super successful. We did about $5,000 in sales, and right around the 20th, we actually had to refund close to 30 orders because a bunch of them kept getting lost in the mail. This was due to some really strange error with the express orders where they were getting sent to this off-brand express company that didn't end up being so express after all. Now, right here, we can see our all-time revenue is sitting at about $7,000, which isn't too bad, but we're definitely not on track to hit $100,000 this year, especially because if we just look at this month, you can see that we've only done about $1,600, and if we change this to the last 7 days, we've only done about $320 within the last week, which isn't great, but it's definitely something. Now, over the past 2 weeks, I've also shifted from only posting custom products to now posting original designs as well. This is because making and fulfilling the custom orders was taking a lot of my time that I just don't have. Now, a lot of you guys have asked me how I'm picking niches to make my original designs in, and to be completely honest with you, I don't pick niches. But let me explain. See, successful print-on-demand businesses do sell in niches, but it's probably not what you think. So to drive this point home, I wanted to share with you a couple stores. This first one is called Fast Custom Tees, and with 124,000 sales, they've likely done close to $3 million. And the main thing that we want to take a look here is at their categories on the side. You can see that they're selling to all different kinds of interest groups in their categories. What they've essentially done is just taken their product categories, which is t-shirts and sweatshirts, and made that their niche, and then they make designs that target a bunch of different interest groups. So this shop isn't limiting themselves to only creating Halloween designs. Instead, they have designs for everyone, for Valentine's Day, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and pretty much any category you can think of. Here's another shop called Top Line Apparel Store, and again, they've essentially made apparel their niche, and then they'll just create a bunch of designs to target different interest groups. This is because Etsy is a marketplace, and all different kinds of interest groups come here to shop. So if you're only selling to people who want a Halloween shirt, you'll only ever get sales for people who want Halloween shirts. But if you broaden your design categories and you just make t-shirts your niche and create designs for all kinds of interest groups, you'll get a ton of sales. These hyper successful stores have made apparel their niche, and then they've created a bunch of designs to target interest groups. Doing this strategy allows you to create designs for categories that are much less saturated and categories that have a lot of competition. Following what this store has done, a great place to start would be to create designs for holidays like Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. And Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Almost all of the super successful stores have created designs around these holidays because they know that every single year it's going to drive a ton of traffic to their shop. It's kind of like a hybrid of a trending design and an evergreen design because each year they become super popular again. Now, I get a ton of DMs on Instagram from people asking me what niche they should sell on or if their particular niche is too saturated. But with my brand new shop alone, we've sold over $6,000 in custom t-shirts, and if you look at the saturation on custom t-shirts, there's nearly 300,000 listings. And you guys seem to get mad when I tell you that the saturation doesn't matter, but it really doesn't. You just have to make enough listings for the algorithm to finally pick you up. But if you are worried about the saturation, then just make designs for less saturated interest groups. Starting in a lower saturated design idea niche is going to get the sales coming in early so that you don't quit too soon, because a lot of the people that post consistent evergreen content, well, they never see the day where it finally starts paying off because they quit too soon. But regardless of what your design idea is, there's probably already thousands of listings in that category, so don't pay too much attention to this. We just have to make the best products for our customers. And this is why it's so important to use great mockups for every single listing we post. So look at this comparison between the first page of search results and the 50th. This one on the right is from the first page of search results when looking for a Valentine's Day shirt, and this is the 50th page. There is a clear and obvious difference. These listings on the right are way more refined than these ones on the left, and they know how to use images that will attract the Etsy buyers. But here's what I really think about market saturation and picking the best niche. Making evergreen designs is what really grows consistent business because they'll consistently sell throughout the year. But making evergreen designs, you won't get sales immediately. If you need faster sales, you can kind of Trojan horse your way in by taking advantage of things like holidays. If you know that Valentine's Day is coming up, there's going to be way more search traffic for that specific niche. So make a ton of t-shirt designs and post them for sale relating to Valentine's Day. Now, even for a niche like a Valentine's shirt, you can see that there's over 622,000 results. This will probably turn away a lot of people. And that's the exact reason why you should try and make your own designs. People wouldn't still be posting Valentine's Day shirts if they never sold. But even better than that, what if you could just buy designs that are proven to sell hundreds of times for just a few dollars? This is currently a really popular Valentine's Day shirt, and you can see that this one specifically has over 75 reviews. Now, I get about 1 review per 10 orders, so I would personally estimate this shirt has sold around 700 times. Now, without having to go anywhere, right on Etsy, you can buy this exact design for about $3. Now, yes, this other store is already successfully selling it on a t-shirt, but why can't you post it for sale on hoodies or sweatshirts or other similar apparel products? Now, here's another example of a shirt that has over 1,800 reviews, which means this has sold likely thousands of times. And if we come right over here to this other tab, we can see that we can buy this exact graphic for just a couple of bucks. And here's yet another example. This one has 78 reviews, and we can buy this exact graphic for about $3.22. Now, obviously, you're not guaranteed these kind of results if you buy these graphics, and you still have to buy a good mockup and make the design look great. But this shop, for example, has essentially gotten all of their 25,000 sales by just buying simple designs on Etsy and reposting them on a good mockup. And obviously it's working quite well. You can see that a lot of these listings are best sellers, or a ton of people have added them to the cart. And the best way to find these kind of designs is just to pick a listing that you think might have sold, see how many reviews it has, and if it has a decent amount of reviews, search and see if you can find the design and purchase it for just a couple of dollars. If someone has posted a great design on a t-shirt, there's no reason why you shouldn't buy it and sell it on a hoodie or a sweatshirt or something similar. Now, I have to make it extremely clear here that there is a clear difference between buying a graphic to use for resale and copying someone's listing. It should be very clear when a graphic is available for purchase that you're allowed to resell. What you're not allowed to do is just copy someone's design and sell it in your own shop. You'll get your shop shut down and suspended if you're copying designs directly, but if you're buying commercial use graphics like the ones here, you should be completely fine to list them and sell them on products. Right now, I only have about an hour a day to work on the shop. So I'm using my automatic product uploader and my automatic mockup generator, which I previewed in these videos. And essentially they just save me a ton of time doing repetitive tasks like uploading the products and making mockups. This has saved me a ton of time, and I've seen your comments about how useful this would be, so I am working on making it available to the public. This has really helped me scale past 7 figures. Hopefully it can do the same for you as well once it's ready. But for the exciting part, so far as our all-time revenue, we've done about $7,058.07. That means when we subtract the Etsy fees of $880 and the product costs of $3,474, we're left with a profit of $2,701. Now, I'm uploading about 30 products a day using my automatic uploaders, and like I said, I only have about 1 hour a day to actually work on designing and uploading products. Alright, that's about all I've got time for today. I hope you found some value in this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you next week.